Hello and welcome back to the Banner Saga. And here's hoping that I don't experience any more recording issues or other technical difficulties. So last time, our last episode, we had encountered a few difficulties like that, where I'd played through up to this point before, but for whatever reason it didn't stick. So I ended up going back to a little bit before the end of the episode before that, to play all the way through and get us back caught up. And I did not change my actions for those events that did happen both times. There were a few things that changed. One was the witch that you found that we find being guarded by a bunch of men while she is being tied to a tree. And Yrsa's response being that it would probably be best to burn her and the tree. So I'm not sure. It's one of those things that makes me a little scared. So I just said, nah, you know what, we're just not going to be involved. Not going to be involved with that. So let's go take a look at some of our dear people. I have not been promoting a lot of people lately, even though I do have a few that are perfectly capable of it. Whoops, went too far. Oh well. Jump back in there. Take a look at our different champions. I did have Ivor get decked up majorly. Of course, then he's got 35 kills, so I think that might be as much as you need to promote him, and just completely. I'm very tempted just to make him uber powerful, but there are disadvantages to that. Let's see now. Hakon's got the Eyeless Rift. 20% chance to do times to strengthen. I actually do like that. The idea of 1 in every 5 hits. And then really no one can really use that one. The hook's nice, but Well, I will save promoting people for now. And I probably have a few people screaming at me going, "No, what are you doing? Strengthen your team!" But I shall not. Just because I'm
Baldringer's flame welcomes endless war. But why?
Now, what was that about? Baldringer. What's one of the... Ah, got it. I thought I'd seen the name before. I probably had it on an item. Even now, the petrified flames ward off our Varl friends. Oh! Wow! All the Varl said, no, not coming near that. Doesn't really look like frozen flame. It looks like a tree. Alright, give me my text to read. Oh. Derp. Gotta actually press things. Placed upside down in the ground, the petrified roots of a giant tree reach towards the sky. All of the Varl, including Ivor and Hakon, have separated for the caravan temporarily, giving Baldringer's Godstone a wide berth. The giant's presence is missed as you continue to feel watched. What do you know about Baldringer? Not much, but enough, the Skald says. These flames symbolize Baldringer's love of fire and war, the first being a means to the second. When the Varl were dominating humans in the first great conflict, it was Baldringer who gave the losing side fire to combat the giants. You hold up your hand to halt the storyteller, listening through the rain for anything that might be following you. Hearing nothing, Aleo resumes, holding the gaze of his audience. Humans praised Baldringer for the gift of fire, but the god only desired more war. He points toward the distant shapes of the Varl. When the giants and humans found peace, this godstone fell from grace. It looks to continue keeping the land scorched. Perhaps its shadow can still kill. Leave this place. Something about this uncomfortable rainy setting doesn't sit well with you, and you call for everyone to rejoin the Varl quickly. Yeah, I might have gotten an item from that. Thinking about it, I probably should have stayed to get that. The rain finally ceases, but the wind picks up. You squint into the gusts and have a clear view of the vast plains ahead. There doesn't seem to be much out there, Ivor says. His tone conveys wonder and concern in equal measures. I don't know, there's a town right there. How far ahead were you looking, man? The ground shakes again, enough to cause the Yaks to strain at their leads in panic. Out here in the plains with nothing but open sky above, you feel remarkably vulnerable. Only a few trees around and no mountains, Hakon says in a wry tone. Looks like we only have to worry about the ground opening up beneath us. He shrugs at the look you give him. That is quite the fear.
Almost looks forgotten by the rest of the world. Maybe those who live here have forgotten the rest of us too.
Whether that's a good or a bad thing, it's up for interpretation. In a field just outside of Grunder, the caravan spots several creatures you assumed were myth. I don't believe it. Are those? 2 horseborn hold simple bronze weapons and stand guard over a few others who look wounded, unable to rise. The size of the caravan makes them nervous. I have to get a closer look. I don't think that's a good idea. The archer looks at you and grins. Then stay where you are. Oddlife walks slowly toward the strangers and you follow, showing no signs of aggression. They study you, but continue glancing around at the caravan, occasionally switching their tails or tamping the ground with their hooves. I'm Oddlife. This is Alette. We're here to help if you'd like. The male's tail twitches. You? Help? His voice sounds strained and his mouth moves uncomfortably around the foreign words. Yes, help. Oddlife steps aside as you wave to Ivan for help. The female looks agitated and speaks in a long stream of consonants. The male responds to her, then turns to you. Help. Roech and others. I'll try. This is certainly a first. The standing horseborn step aside, allowing Ivan to approach the wounded fighters. With Ivan and Juno tending to the wounded Roech and other horseborn, the caravan settles down outside the scant town of Grundar. It appears the town is enjoying a small festival. Quite a few clansmen go over the hill to enjoy the sights and sounds, but soon return looking disappointed. They called us outsiders, a woman says. They don't want us interrupting their wheat harvesting festival, but the merchants don't seem to mind trading. The clansmen soon shrug it off and take renewed interest in the horseborn, some in awe, others in disgust. Interesting. Did I just automatically gain them into my party? Yes, I did! Wow. Wow, that was probably the easiest I've ever gotten into recruiting somebody. So, Skrathak or Skrathak? I'm not sure about the pronunciation. What's your ability? Horseborn charges forward and tramples an enemy, then attacks from behind, so similar to the shield biter. The enemy suffers strength damage during the charge, is subsequently struck for 1 strength per tile the horseborn moved before the trample, and is left concussed, suffering 20% on his next attack. 20%. 20%. I'm assuming they mean a debuff. 20% debuff. Passive hit and run. The horseborn takes his normal movement, then can attack or take another action. Once the action is complete, he can move again up to 3 spaces. No willpower may be spent on the second move. Got it. Hit and run. Roek! Looks like he's got a similar weapon, so he's probably a similar class. Mule Kick. Horseborn delivers a devastating kick with his powerful horse's legs, damaging the target's armor, sending him flying across the battlefield, and leaving him stunned when he lands. Any other unit unfortunate enough to be in the path of the flying enemy suffers a violent hit as well. Be careful who is in the knockback path. And then he also has hit and run. Then, so hold on, we've got Horseborn, Telu, and Kantref. The horseborn uses a javelin tipped with a deadly poison to make sure her enemy doesn't forget her after the initial sting of her attack passes. The ill target becomes unable to secure their own ground and is able to be moved through. Poisons like this are often used against high-strength enemies to wear them down over time, or on a large unit that is blocking paths to other areas of the board. The doses do not stack together, but a second dose will serve to refresh the damage over time and keep the target afflicted. Oh, wow. Rank 3 is mean. While moving, each willpower the horseborn spends allows her to travel 2 tiles instead of 1. That's useful. I move on forever. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, let's go talk to our dear friend. Our new friend. Zank. You glance at Ubin, who snorts and smiles. Skathak's thanking you for helping his friend Roek. Dedru is the other one, but she's not in a talking with Varl and humans mood. You're welcome. I'd like you to meet Hakon. Skathak's tail swats his flanks, and he bows his head towards Hakon. Varl mans. Same herd? No, but we're no longer enemies. I haven't seen Horsebone in centuries. Last they knew, humans and Varl were at each other's throats. What brings you so far north? Skathak looks confused by the question, so Ubin shows him the map pointing to Dalalond and Grundar. Food. Our planes break. Hakon snorts. Might be justice. Didn't they kill all the horses, Scrivener? His ancestors did, yes, but blaming folks for things that happened hundreds of years before they were alive? You may as well accuse these humans around us of starting the Great Wars. What happened to Roek? Roek, brave fighter, protects food, hit many times. Hit? Who was attacking? Skathak says many things in his other language. Trigakanthe. His eyes go wide and he stomps the ground before pointing west. You look at Ubin. I don't have a clue, but clearly not a friend. Was it the people here? Here in Grundar? Skathak looks where Hakon is pointing. He shakes his head and points west again. The Varl King eyes Skathak suspiciously. How do you know our language? Skathak just stares at you. You talk like us. Where did you learn? Heard little trade with mans in mud. I think he means our bog friends, the cragsmen. Have you found the food you were seeking? Enough for time, I guess. 2 others take to herd in south. His hooves scuff the ground during certain words. Just those 2? What about you and the couple? Skathak, Roek, Dedriu, stay. This herd help. We help this herd. Thank you, I will take whatever help. Nods in a movement that uses most of his upper body. Man, Varl, Horseborn. Same herd. Funny. Ubin chuckles, and you smile while Hakon shakes his head and walks away. Alrighty. Now let's... I think, Oddlife has 2 on her, or is it... Nope, it's... Trigvi has 2 injuries on him. So we shall rest. And get other stuff up. Let's try another training. Come on in and let's have a look at ya. Yep. What can you show me? Plenty! Let's do this. Let's see how bad this one is. If I'm lucky, not bad at all. If not, I'm only going to do 2 tries on it. Okay. Arc lightning, a chain of 3 or more enemies. Oh, fun. I noticed they didn't actually change the sprite for Ivan's. He still looks the same here, but his picture changed. Alrighty. 2, 3. Yep, ding. See if we can get people to move into a... Because that'll only get 2 there. And he moves up really far. Oh good, you give me something to do. I wonder, does that count? Well, if not, oh well. Yep, okay, that counted. Sweet! That wasn't too bad. Success! Okay. More renown. Huh. Maybe it was just those first training missions were really difficult. Let's see what the next one is like. Ah, okay, he's not going to let me. Okay, so that probably means that I've done all that I can at this time. Well, since I gained some more renown, let's actually look at some of my guys. Ooh, I do like Ludin and Trigvi. Ludin and Trigvi with their range are nice. Aleo's got some advantages. Buff an ally, adding 1 damage for every 2 strength. That has merit, but... And of course I have Nid still. Oh, she has points available to use. Oh, cool. And do you have the same things as Robust and Artery Strike? Yep. Same ones. We'll give you more exertion. See if there's anyone else who's got points I haven't spent. Irsa, no, 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 no. Does not appear to be so. Nope, and these guys don't. So now it's just the people that I could promote. Let us then begin our promotions. What things can you get here? Dodge. Oops. Or lucky shot. Exploit. You search for the broken straps or torn mail and then make them pay. What is puncture? Divert. Huh. That mixed with some of the others could be pretty cool. And then that was, yeah, that was dodge. I think I want you to do that one. And we'll promote you one more time. Finish that off. And get another strength. And then we'll go to Trigvi and promote him. He looks like he's in a similar boat. I want you to have the same type of stuff. Now, for now, I'll just up your strength. Can't do it one more. He needs one more kill. Promote odd. Yeah. Alright, so all those abilities are ones I've seen. So let's put one there. Put one there. I'll bring you up to rank 5. And we'll just give you that one. Let's get everyone I can. Oh, should I get everyone up to rank 5? Maybe. Maybe that should be my focus. Alright. Now we've done all that, let's begin our travels again. I've had my fun. Now that Rourke's had a chance to heal, 2 of the Horseborn are heading south to deliver some supplies to their people. Yes? What crazy ideas in your head, Scrivener? With the world falling apart around us, there may not be another chance to trek down south. Ubin! Do what you want, but you'll be missed. Listen to yourself, the world is breaking. Honestly, I'm betting if I said the world is breaking, he might even take that as even more reason to go. Everyone is free to do what they want, but you will be missed. Remember that when it comes to dealing with Ruga as well. If he wants to depart, by the gods, let him. You taking your hired muscle with you? I'd feel better if Gunnulf stayed with all of you. That blade of his is sure to attract the wrong kind of attention. Wrong attention might find you anyway. Then who will protect you? I'm old, not an idiot. I've learned a few tricks to keep my head on my shoulders. The younger Varl shrugs and walks off to find food. Then be safe, Ubin, and join us again if you can. You know where we're going. Don't worry about me. Just make sure you're alive to see this thing through to Aberang. Farewell. Scrivener says a few more goodbyes before departing with the Horseborn. I hope that was the right thing. I mean, there's potential for both. So much potential for both. The governor catches up to you and asks for a moment of your time. His bodyguard is beside him, silent. It's not getting any easier, is it? No, but it probably won't get easier until we get to Aberang. Quit fooling yourself, girl. The capital's going to be a different battlefield, but a battlefield nonetheless. Then I'll fight whoever gets in our way. Good. In order for that to happen, we need to do something about these soft peasants. What should we be doing with them? Training fighters, making the decision to leave weak members behind, arrive in Aberang as a hardened army. You sound like Bulwark. That Varl knows how to survive and keep others around him alive. It's why I originally hired him. I'll consider what you've said. The governor is about to react, but calms himself. Get us across this wasteland, and try not picking up any more strays, will you? He sneers in the direction of the Horseborn before leaving you. Ruga. Why do I have a feeling you're going to cause me trouble? A few of the weavers have been smiling more than usual lately, and now you know why. Aleo leads children out from behind a cart in new costumes. Some have horns-on headbands, with one red-headed girl wears a green cloak like yours. A boy wearing a red cloak is carrying an axe. The entire caravan gathers around to watch the performance. The young actors stand behind a short wall and discuss an approaching dredge army. As a black cloth rolls across the ground in front of the actors, a young man in red armor steps up and shouts, Bellower. This is a reenactment of the battles of Bordsgard. I will not stop this. A dark-haired girl holding a spear says, We'll get no help from the governor. We're on our own. A few people in the crowd laugh while Ruga stares at the Scald. The young Rook, Alette, and Varl run towards the fierce Bellower, attacking and being repelled. Finally, the girl dressed as Juno hands Rook a silver arrow. Rook hugs Alette and shoots the arrow. Bellower roars. I will watch the ending. Bellower grabs Rook by the throat and growls. You sense heads in the crowd turning towards you when a Leo and a Weaver suddenly snap the caravan's banner in front of the screen like a curtain. As the banner lowers, the young version of you cradles the boy dressed as your father. The other actors stand in a semicircle around you and begin singing a familiar tune. The crowd joins in, and an impromptu line forms with everyone walking by to lay a hand on your shoulder. I was not going to turn away from that, but that... Ugh. A metal clanking is heard in the distance and grows louder. You see a yox cart surrounded by 4 Varl and an older woman hitting a ladle against a pan. All sorts of... Oh! This was one of the things that happened in the first... The lost recording, as I shall call it. Let me see what you have. Yes, my dear. Yes, my dear. Alrighty. Tool of Skildings. A poorly designed jeweler's hammer makes for a brilliant, unexpected addition to a fighter's arsenal. +2 break talent breaks. 30% times 2 strength damage. +1 ranged distance. Interesting. Sunstone. Mariners of old would use these stones to find the locations of the sun even when there was none. Not many know exactly how. Attacks are never deflected. That's kind of cool. Studded pommel. A heavy pommel adds a little weight to your weapon when you want some extra heft in your swing. Knockback on strength attacks of 5. Spordek Burr. A gleaming gemstone that seems to drive enemies into a frothing rage for no clear reason. +2 drawing aggro. 5% dodge strength attacks. Betrayal. Pierced by a rusted nail, this warrior figure feels wrong. Powerful, but wrong. +30% times 2 strength damage, +2 strength, -2 armor. So, that's why these two are in similar... I could do that. Get another day. I will hold off. I have 18 days of food. Hey, and clansmen can forage. Ahead, the caravan comes to an immediate halt. That's the second Fane shoe this bloody beast has thrown in a day, the Yux tender curses. It will take some time to see to the Yux, so you call for camp. Son of a Yux. While most of the clansmen sleep or lose themselves in drink, Juno requests a moment to speak with you alone. I'm impressed so far, Alette. You've managed to keep your composure through tough situations. Thank you. Not to pain you with further comparison, but you remind me of your father at the Godstone of Stravs. Determined. What actually happened there? Your father faced down his fears, walking through thousands of dredge to obtain the only weapon that could bring down Bellower. That's incredible. And frightening. I don't know if I could do something like that. The Valka gives you a maternal smile. Neither did he. Juno patiently awaits your reply. How did you get involved in all this? At times, I think this is all my fault. At others, I'm not sure I could have stopped it. She sees your wide-eyed expression and attempts to clarify. How I became involved is confusing at best, but you and I share something in common. We're both learning what we have to do as we go. Oh, that's not reassuring. But only the future would tell if my role is villain or hero. Ha! Tell me his death meant something. I can't do that. Rook's death was unfortunate, but his life was very important. The people he brought here from Skoger, including you and all the others along the way, are being forged into what the future will require. The previous era of peace is over, and one of survival has begun. Aberrang may be the best shelter for the coming storm, but the people there are soft, too dependent on a society that will no longer exist. Because of the dredge? Partially, but mostly because of a coming darkness that is pushing the dredge. You keep talking about darkness, but no one has ever seen it. You've seen the signs of its coming. Dredge in numbers, the land breaking apart. It is a force unlike any other. I wish I could say more, but even the Mender Council is ignorant to this. Couldn't others have learned to lead? The straight answer is yes, others could do it, but the clansmen choose to follow you under that banner. If you didn't appear worthy, you would be replaced. It doesn't sound like I have much say in the matter. Quite the contrary. Your every decision is your say in the matter. You keep all of these people alive as best you can, as if they were all from your own clan. That is rare and needed. That is rare and needed. That is a rare. Before you go, there is one thing I must address with you. The serpent. The chasm at Ormsdollar and the tremors in the ground concern me a great deal. Yeah, me too. Should that incredible creature ever resurface, do not attempt to stop it. It would take power unseen in ages to affect the serpent. If you see it, run. Her words chill you as you find yourself nodding to her command. No, let's go fight the, creature the size of a friggin' mountain. That when it moves through, it can, in fact, destroy mountains. Hello, Ganolf. We will promote you. And then... I'll actually have you going the other route, given your penchant for getting injured. Forge Ahead or Sundering Impact. I really do like Sundering Impact. I know that there's probably someone who knows how to expertly use Forge Ahead, but... not my shtick. Alrighty. I can't do any more training, or at least I doubt I can, because I don't have... Nothing new has happened, so... Nope. Not yet. Not yet. Let me think about it. Maybe another time. I don't want to train... Because I only got 96. I've got 187 Varl. That's a pretty nice defensive measure that I have there. 187 Varl is not something to snuff at. Scouts report subtle movements around you. We're being followed. Studied, maybe, she says. Can't tell how many. It's like they disappear if you look directly at them. Let me know when you actually see something. The scout snorts at your tone, but realizes she didn't have much with which to argue. She wanders back into the countryside to keep watch. I didn't mean it, but yeah, when you think about it, that probably was a pretty nasty tone. You notice the archer Nid, because she is standing perfectly still, looking out into the distance. Let me guess. You see more grass. When she turns to you, she's not smiling. Dredge, she says quietly. How is that possible, you ask, knowing better than to doubt her sight? I thought we lost them at the chasm. You can make out a dust cloud on the horizon, which means they can make out the one produced by the caravan, and it's heading the same direction as you, towards Lundar. The Volca walks to your side and says, I was afraid of this. The cracks in the ground along the Eastway Road. It's like that damned crevice in Sigerholm all over. The dredge were just pouring out of it. Does that mean they could, Juno finishes your question, appear almost anywhere? Yes. But let's not panic the caravan. Just keep moving. I wonder if that's supposed to be the dust storm they're talking about.
Lundar, the Archer's Haven, home to the finest Fletchers in the world, though it appears beset with war.
Interesting way she does her R's. She really emphasizes all those Lundar. Palisades. Ooh, these are Horseborn. Horseborn are attacking. Lovely. And I've got 3 Horseborn in my party. Because it's not bad enough having a war on one side. You gotta have others, too. I mean, why leave anyone out of the fun? It looks like dredge are hitting the town, too. Really? Sal sweat, this is bad, Hakon says. Lundar's fighting on 2 fronts and barely holding it together. Hakon's been warring long before you were ever born. His worried look is unsettling. I always heard the Horseborn had trouble with walls since they usually fight in open fields, he says. Ubid's the only one old enough to actually know, but it doesn't really matter because these walls will barely slow the dredge. And if those dredge flatten this town, we're defenseless out on these plains, Ivar says. But what are the Horseborn after? All eyes turn to Roek, Derdriu, and Skathak. The 3 Horseborn in your caravan are pointing and talking excitedly in their own language. Derdriu nods towards Roek, tossing her head and baring her teeth. You are surprised by the look of savage fury on their faces as the couple takes off without warning, charging the attacking Horseborn. While Skathak remains behind, he clearly wants to join them, but he awaits your decision. They could die on their own, Idleif shouts, not hesitating to follow Roek and Derdriu. Ivor sighs. She's lost her mind over those new members of the clan. Might lose her life for it, too. He looks at you. We could fight Dredge or Horseborn, or split up and fight both if you're feeling suicidal. If we're splitting up my Varl or hitting the Dredge, Hakon says, we're good at that. Ingvar can do what he wants. He always has. The Horseborn will have trouble with the walls, but the walls aren't that strong. Split up and meet back in town. The governor steps to your side. Alette, splitting your forces at a time like this is, well, it's a childish mistake. I've made my decision. Back off. The Varl follow Hakon through a breach in the town's walls while the rest of your fighters and clansmen follow you into the field. There are more of them than trained fighters with you, but smart tactics could still win the fight. Many of your clansmen will die unless you are victorious. Oddlife is hemmed in near 2 Horseborn you assume are Roek and Derdriu, but the kicked-up dust cloud blurs your sight. We can drive a wedge straight for her, but those Horseborn are fast. If they flank us, we'll take heavy losses. I need to say it. I'm not gonna... The governor says, I know she's a friend, Alette, but we'll be exposed. Do you really want to risk everyone here for her and those 2 Horseborn? No guts, no glory. Let's go. Alrighty. Let's see. Yep, those are required. Have to have those 2 in the party. Okay. Looks like Gunulf went with them. Trigby's got his stone. let's try this. And pray. Archers in the back. Oh, there's a lot of them. Nice thing is, relatively looking, their stats aren't that high, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yep. I will return the favor. Yep, let's cripple this one. And drop. Wow, critical hit. What is that on him? Oh! Isn't that... Is there another spear wielder? Yep. Yep. Okay, luckily it looks like it only lasts for a turn. I will move up here. Yeah, don't really see a good reason to use the other one. And you're gonna ping him again. Don't want to get in Ivor's way, so we're gonna move over here. I want Ivor to be able to get in and knock him around a bit. Runs right up to Tricky. Hit and move. Hit and move. That? That hit and move ability I can see being very annoying. Who moves next? You do. Okay. And now Ivor gets to have fun. Bye-bye. More coming, keep them away from the town. More coming, what? Oh. Yay. Actually, get rid of that so I can see again. Oh, that's right. This person's an archer, and I just put them in melee range. Woohoo! I was paying attention, I swear. We'll chase this guy down. Yep. block that side of her. Because... Yep, they're beating on Trigby. Jerks. Wow! His 2 strength got through that. I'm impressed. And he's gonna move away. Howdy. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I was afraid of that. I'll have you move here and cripple that one. Yeah, let's make it so you're not doing as much damage. I like that idea. Drop him. If we defeat enough, the rest will retreat. Yep, I'm working on it. Actually, no. Mule kick. Boom! They like doing that. Oh, please, just move. Thank you. Howdy. Kill her, kill him. Alright, so I can kill each of these people, so if I'm gonna kill anyone, it's gonna be that one. You have range. Odd can take out this one with just 2. Ooh, Artery Strike kicked in. You can drop him. And Artery Strike. Wow, the crits are piling on. Rest. Oh, you're right there. This should be the last of them. Let's finish this. Take him out. And now I just hope that what I did was not foolish. Oh, and you're gonna swing for him. Once again, I will say, thank you for standing in a line. Ding, ding. I'll just take your armor then. Take his armor. make him easier to kill. And you just get dropped. And that's him that's gonna move. Yeah, he moves into beat on them. If they're just gonna keep lining up to let him keep doing this, I'm not gonna complain. I'll just mow through you. Bye-bye. Cantrip Renown. Everyone move forward. And Ivor just kind of goes smacka. Lost 24 clansmen and 28 Varl. And Trigvi got injured. Wartime leadership plus a renown. Defeat 3 enemies with a female horse cantrip. Ready for promotion. Trigvi is injured. And now let's see how bad my decision to do that was. Let's see how much trouble I get into. And was Ruga correct? Just as quick as they tried to flank you, the remaining horseborn scatter. Oddlife looks at you and smiles. You didn't have to come for us, but I'm glad you did. Roic and Deirdre look excited, but you could be misreading them. I don't see any clouds of smoke. Perhaps the Varl are still the dredge killers of Lore. Everyone makes their way into Lundar, where you are greeted by Hakon. We stopped a lot of them, but plenty of them made it through. You look at all the destruction around you, the loss of life, and try to find some meaning to it. Even before your breathing slows, an older townsman runs up shouting, "Those dark spawns of the depths are destroying everything!" The dredge, you ask? Yes, the man shouts. They're everywhere. They're hitting the homes, the market, even the rich folk hiding out in the Great Hall. He spits at the last mention. After that last fight, we should stay together, Moger says. We'll only be able to save one of those places, but that's better than nothing. You understand his caution and realize you can't be everywhere at once, but you might be able to save 2 places with 2 separate groups. Before you respond, the old townsman says, The houses are full of families and all our supplies are near the market, but I beg you to save the families. They're the heart of Lundar. You consider what to do. You shouldn't split the party, but I did it. We can't afford to split up. Whose lucky day is it? Merchants, townsfolk, or the Great Hall? We'll save the families. Because I'm a sucker, and Ruga can go rot in a hole. Alright, so Trigvi's injured, so let's remove him for now. Let's actually bring up Gnolf. Yep, Gnolf. I wonder if Ivor has enough kills that I could pretty much just promote him till the end. Okay. So. First things first. Ivor is going to kill you. You're annoying. Maybe I shouldn't have gone with 3 ranged units. Let's really send you flying. Bye-bye. That way, we don't have to deal with you right now. We fight to protect the people of Lundar. Yep, and this guy gets dropped now. Sorry, buddy. RNGesus did not help you with that positioning. Don't waste Hakon's efforts. Drive the remaining dredge back. What do you think I'm doing, woman? This guy moves next. Then that guy. You know what? I can cripple these guys. So I'm going to take the chance to injure them. And then you're going to move in and beat on him. Yep. Drop him so he does not get an act. Now the question is, can this guy move in? Yep. Dang. Ow. Yeah, let's drop him. Gotta get Knopf out of there. At least this guy won't be able to reach Knopf. Dang it. Dang it! Let's hit you with the poison-tipped arrow. Hello, Biggie. Nice! Huh, wonder why it's doing that. Oh well. Well, I'll just break his armor more. Ah, I missed a great opportunity there. Could have mule kicked him into him. And you're gonna come around to beat on the left. I hit him with that poison, and then what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna walk up and kill him! Keep beating away at this guy's armor. Yeah, and that was foolish of you. Can't get that hit there. 3, 5. You've got the most, so you die now. Now you get a kill. You get a kill, and you get a kill. Everyone gets a kill. He's gonna move and do that. I'm actually going to give this kill to him. Ba-boom. Yeah. Save the families, because if I can get the families, I can train them to be warriors. Look! And Knopf got injured. Yep. So hard to keep him up. 9. Alright, let's see if I can get a good stopping spot, because this one's getting a little long. What you did here, the man says, but his voice cracks. He barely composes himself before saying, You saved them! The families of Lundar are alive because of you. The old man's smile fades. Our fighters are dead, and most of the grain stores are gone. Never thought I'd say this, but near 200 of us would gladly follow you wherever you're going. You're welcome to join us, but it's not an easy trek. We're used to hardships, have no doubt, the man says, and here, to show my thanks. 181 classmen. Ooh, 120 supplies. Solvi's method. Look, Deirdre and Skathak suddenly catch the man's attention, and he sneers. Do these 3 belong to you? I reckon the people around here would pay good coin to see them gutted. Oddlife looks flushed. Belong to? No! And no one is gutting anyone. They just help save your town. Well, my dog bit one of the attackers too, but I don't let it in my shop. Keep those pets on short leases. It is all you can do to keep Aldite from arguing with the man. She storms off monitoring things best not repeated. Yeah? Ivor and Hakon find you. Both are as tired as you feel. I'm not sure how so many of us made it through that. I never expected to see Horseborn in my life, let alone fight them. And the Dredge seemed desperate. Fighting like us, you mean? Like they've got nothing left to lose. I wasn't worried. With the great Ingvar on our side, how could we fail? Ivor looks at you and grumbles. Face it, you're a legend. Oh, and what are you? See how you enjoy it when you get to Abrang. Let me know how you feel when others act like idiots just to be near you, Sunder Slayer. You won't be able to relieve yourself without it being an act of the gods. That's disgusting, Ivor. I agree, and uncomfortable. It's supposed to be a private moment. Hakon laughs at the face you make. Well, I doubt anyone in the capital even knows what happened in Boasgard. Juno walks up to the group unexpectedly. Word has a way of traveling faster than any of us. Don't be surprised if the capital knows you're coming. Which reminds me, we should be figuring out what we're doing next. I agree. Unfortunately, all this fighting took a serious toll on the caravan. Lundor, or what's left of it, is defensible and will allow everyone some greatly needed rest. I won't argue with a Volca on that front. And I'm in no hurry to enter the old wood. I've heard strange things about that place. I'm sure it will be fine. You watch the Volca as everyone moves on. She looks less confident than you've ever seen her before. Yay! Where a foe may lurk. On to the next chapter. Please let me stop. Actually, I think that is a stopping point. As we now flip over to Bolverk, who is in Bindal. And it's probably going to go straight into another talking section. Of course. No good stopping spots. Oh! Straight to the faint depths with this unending snowstorm! Yeah, I believe it. Wait, did you hear that? Probably that paunch of yours rumbling again. Nope. Reg, ambush! No, Ollie! How dare you attack my man? You shall pay. As these guys move in. Let's see. Crit! Nice. Hey! Dang! Not quite as awesome as the one training mission I was in where it's like, oh look, he killed the archer. Break your armor. Oh, stalkers as well. Lovely. Move up one so you can still be next to her, and bam! Yeah, I'm just gonna have you die. Poke. Let's give it another go. 2, 3, 4. Deflected. Dang, no fifth. No fifth. And you'll just stab. Shank. Now I will shift over to this side. I should have gone one more further. Nah, not Tempest. But he should have heavy blows, so that should hurt this thing. Yep. Tink. And it does block it so he can't get to her. Oh. Howdy. Oh, we have stuff happening over here. Stab. I really don't like those guys. Okay, he doesn't move for a while. So yes, I am more than fine with Ollie sneaking up behind him and chucking some axes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah. Hey, 4's not bad. 4 shots on somebody is nice. I'll have you follow him. Okay. I would not have recommended that. Just move over 1. Actually, call the weak. At -1 strength, that should be enough. Yep. And yeah, why not? Boom. I'm more worried about that guy now. Get some more armor for you. Take out the critter on the other side of her. Let's go for it. Yes! He's gonna go up and smack on her. And I'll come up and smack on him. Ding. And dead. Yeah. I don't know whether you're brave or stupid. Probably just stupid. Yep. Actually, no. I'm gonna give this to the Scald. Stab, stab. And nobody injured. Woohoo! You grab a raven running by you. I want every one of our fighters ready to move. Now! Set a post inside these gates for them to wait for me. The fighters nods and takes off to find everyone. Where's that Fane Volca? Yes. Maybe up on the wall? The Fane Volca is here. Volca Sefer, I've never heard you speak like that! The silent appearance of the two menders surprises you. You were outside the walls. What did you see? Dredge scouts. I'll wager my axe as there's an army of them coming this way. The young mender's eyes go wide as he stares at Claw and Fang. And if that's true, they'll level this place. The storm must have hidden their approach. Or kept them at bay. But why are they here? Why now? I don't care. We're heading for the mountains. But the ravens would take on all these dredge, especially with a Volca's help, like the time at River Rake when you helped Volca Fiorin. Huh. I'd forgotten about that. Let's be nice to the boy. I'd forgotten about that. Nickel's eyes light up. It was you, Fiorin, and a handful of ravens tracking down the bandit who called himself Draugr of Dangler. The river... A war horn blares across the town. The army of dredge you suspected is real. Nichols, find Gundmunder. Have his gods try to calm the people, but bring them to meet us at the barn with the cart. The young mender followed orders without question. Not a bad quality. The cart's not your business. I disagree. A dead Volca gives you a cart to hide in the deepest recesses of a river, and suddenly an army of dredge appears. If you haven't already tried, I doubt you'd be able to open the cart. If it's woven shut as I suspect, I'm the only one here who can open it. We told you. Juno's not dead. We were just traveling with her. Let me tell you something that compromises my position as a Valka. The Juno who I knew, who the entire council knew, was put to death by us, the council. You killed one of your own? It's a very rare sentence reserved only for the worst offenses. Altering people's minds, their thoughts, is one such offense. Falca gets quiet and looks at you. She tried something on me. Didn't really work. Because it wasn't Juno. It couldn't be. Could it? Whoever it was got mercenaries to bring that cart here for free. Subtle. Regardless, Juno was put to death and Ivan was imprisoned. In his grief, he escaped and stole away with Juno's body, but for what purpose is anyone's guess. So no, you will not be paid by the council for a job issued by a Valka whose life we ended. Your irritation is rising when another war horn sounds. 2 horns means a large force approaches. Collect what you need and hurry to the barn. It's time we discover why you're really here. Oh, goody! And with that, I think that if it gives me the chance, I'm going to end it here. Ah, dang it. The last dread falls and you pause, taking in heavy breaths. The snow is finally abating. The storm is moving south. Let's get inside the gates, you say. Okay, good. So, since I'm now sitting at over an hour for this one, apologies, I did not mean to. So, we've met with the Horseborn, had 3 of them join us, saved a town from Horseborn and Dredge, and now it looks like Bulwark is going to have his work cut out for him, fighting more opponents. Well, never a dull moment. I hope everyone enjoyed, and I will see you next time.